Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Lanre. Welcome to the IELTS speaking test. I'll be your examiner for today. Please introduce yourself. Your full name, please.
My name is Zainab.
Wow. That's a mouthful. So what should I call you?
Zainab.
Zainab it is. Great. Zainab, do you work or study?
I do a bit of both.
And how do you manage that?
I just strategize, prioritize, and then do what is needed. I put my work into big time, and then I just go for what I need to do at a particular time.
Great. Could you be a little more audible?
Yes, please.
Thank you very much. Now, can you describe one of the rooms in your house for me?
That's going to be very difficult for me. Okay, but here goes nothing. I stay in a there's a bed in my room, there's a cupboard. Close to the bed there's a small stool with flower vase, and then there are like 10 feet from the bed there's a TV.
Thank you very much. Do you prefer living in a big house or a small one?
A big house, please. Okay, I love living in a big house because I love space. I could do my gymnastics. I love gymming. I love doing exercise in the morning. With a big house, I could change my location at every given time because I get tired of staying in one place at a particular time. So,
what are some of the disadvantages of living in a big house?
Big house, one is cleaning. I believe it's going to be difficult to clean a very big house because it's big with lots of rooms and everything. And then apart from cleaning, there'll be a lot of probably waste. So because the bigger the house, bigger the waste.
Sure.
I think that's all I think.
What is the most popular form of entertainment in your country?
I think form of entertainment, do you mean like music? I think music is like one of the biggest form of entertainment. Music and then movies. People go to cinemas to watch movies or the theater to watch movies.
Do people in your country usually prefer to go out or stay at home in the evenings?
I think Nigerians or people in my country generally, I think they like going out. Like we like with the party. So you either see us in clubs and fashion shows and music shows. Are usually out.
When you say we, does that include you?
Yes, definitely.
Nice. Now, why do you think that successful entertainers are often paid so much?
Because they put in the work. It's a lot of studio time, practicing, writing your music, and then the craft is unique to them. It's not everybody that has the gift of music or being an artist or what they call them. Okay.
How popular is watching sports in your country as a form of entertainment?
I think it's very popular, especially football. People go crazy about football. Football clubs like Chelsea, Manchester, Arsenal, and the like. So I think it's very, very popular.
Let's talk about teenagers.
Okay.
How is life like for an average teenager in your country?
Well, I don't know. It's been a while I've been a teenager, but I think it's normal. It's just the day-to-day when it's probably frustrating because teenagers get on their parents' nerves. They want to explore new terrain. They want to do what adults do. I don't know.
You do know. Now, what are some of the challenges that? So do you think that teenagers should be allowed to drive?
Yes, I think they should be allowed to drive. I think driving is a very good skill for anybody, basically, especially teenagers. It takes them from point A to point B, and then if they need to get groceries or important, they don't have to wait on their parents or an elder to help them get things.
What are parents' attitudes to boyfriends and girlfriends for teenagers in your country?
For teenagers, it's a no-go area. they don't allow boyfriend or girlfriend. They feel that so you're an adult, then you can't get a boyfriend and girlfriend. But at this time, just study, focus on your studies. And then,
Is that a perspective that you support?
doesn't matter. But well, I don't know. I think so. Yes.
Okay, let's move on to the part 2 of the IELTS. This part is called the long term. Here, you'll be given a cue card that contains a speaking prompt, which you'll be expected to prepare for 1 minute to brainstorm your points on. You'll also be given at least 1 minute to 2 minutes to respond to that prompt. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
So, here you go. Here you have your speaking prompt. I can see you already have a pen and a paper in front of you. So please go ahead. Your 1 minute for brainstorming starts now. While you are doing that, I'll go ahead and read out the question so that our audience can also follow through with what we're doing. Describe something you have bought recently. You should say what it is, where you bought it, what it looks like, and explain why you needed to buy this thing. Shall we?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to have 1 minute to respond to this, and I'm going to time you. So please let me know when you're ready to begin.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Let's start.
All right. So I bought a wristwatch last week at a shop in Tejo show, and then I bought it because I wanted to give myself for passing my exams. And so it's a silver watch, a beautiful silver watch, and it helps me to tell the time. And it's also fashionable, which makes me beautiful when I dress up. That's why I bought it, and I've been using it since then. And then I was told that it's going to last me like 3 to 5 years, and hopefully I'm going to gift it to my great grandchildren as a gift. Because I just love jewelries, and then that's why I decided to buy a wristwatch for myself. Yeah, basically that's it.
One.
Okay, and then I believe this wristwatch will serve as a memoir for me because I don't often buy myself gifts when I achieve milestones such as passing my exam, and this exam meant a lot to me. So apart from helping me to tell the time and making me look fashionable, it's just a reminder that, oh, Zainab, you've done great, and then you have reached a particular milestone in your life, and then things will get better.
Amen. It will. Thank you very much. You did 1 minute 22 seconds. I felt that could have been a little bit more extensive, but well, let's move ahead. Great. So now that we've talked about things that you bought, and you talking about yourself as being a very fashionable person, let's talk about luxury.
Okay.
What luxury item would you choose if you could have any one thing?
A car. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, well, I feel that luxury item would be a car. I love fast cars. I love beautiful cars. I love sporty cars. Honestly, top of my head, I've forgotten the name of cars because I'm trying to remember them. But I think
cars, it is. Do you think luxury possessions bring happiness?
Yeah, I mean, happiness is what you put to it. I think I think happiness is a state of mind. Make yourself happy, regardless of luxury possessions or not. But yes, I think it can give you a certain sense of happiness.
Should luxury items be taxed at a higher rate?
No, please. Because if luxury items are taxed at a higher rate, then not all of us will get to get the items, such as my car. So if there's no, in fact, there should be no tax on luxury items so that all of us can get it.
How have the lives of rich people changed over the last 30 years?
Well, I believe the rich are getting richer as the day goes by. But although the economy is not so well at the moment, inflation has risen. But then, I mean, they are making more investment, they are putting their money in investments, they are making more sales in whatever businesses they're growing. So I think the rich are good. Yeah.
Okay. Now, where is your country's food mainly produced?
What's my country's food? Well, I think my country's food, we don't really produce enough in Nigeria. We mostly import things like rice, fuel, everything. We mostly import most of our.
What are some of the challenges that food producers face today?
Okay, major challenges. First is raw material. They don't have enough raw material.
True.
Storage system. They don't have enough storage system, so most of the food they produce go to waste. Apart,
Do you believe that the world should use genetically modified food?
honestly, I'm against it because I believe this genetically modified food, although it seems like a breakthrough, I believe some of them are also injurious to our health, which no one is talking about. Although yes, it helps to facilitate the growth of our crops and everything, but then nobody is saying the other side of the adverse health effect.
How can we reduce the amount of food wasted today, both domestically and commercially?
Yeah, like I said, I think once we work on our storage systems,
Okay.
it facilitates, it reduces the waste, the rate of waste, and then also availability to the markets, and then the terrain. I mean, the road structures. If they construct or rebuild them well, then it's faster to get to the marketplace, which reduces waste.
Thank you very, very much, Zainab, for that interesting chat. It's been an enlightening experience for me. One thing I like about the IELTS is that even though the questions are drawn from a wide range of topics, general topics, every time I get to interview people or run the test for them, I get to learn new things. And I've gotten a couple of things that I've learned from your side. One of the things I've learned is that I would have never pegged you down as someone who likes fast cars, sporty cars, but hey, I've been proven wrong. So let's review your test to see what you did well, what you could have done better, and then what you should double down on doing. Overall, I think that was a quite good performance. I think you definitely rate as an above average communicator, and especially when it comes to the speaking aspect of the IELTS. I can definitely attest to the fact that something different must have happened on the day of your speaking test for you to have gotten that score that you had gotten.
I was very angry with it because if the network was not so bad, because I had studied exactly what
the same questions. How did that happen?
Like, what just happened? I swear I didn't know. Like,
was it just luck, or was there a specific prayer or format that you did? No, you can share with us. We can just give to our audience. If it's some oil or spiritual water, we don't mind.
It's just luck. Like every single thing, and then bam, it just started scrambling. And then I got like, what's happening? Then I had to go out. Then I came back in. Then it different questions.
So confidence is a really key factor in passing the IELTS speaking test, and that was something that you had loads of today. And I think that's just a result of me, because I'm like that special. I inspire confidence in people. So the 4 areas of the IELTS criteria, marking criteria, are fluency, lexical resource, pronunciation, and grammar. I'll start from grammar. From grammar, I don't think you had challenges at all. If you had any errors in grammar, they were quite negligible. They weren't that noticeable, and it didn't affect the overall quality of your response. So yes, for that, I think you're quite good. Although I detected a couple of missteps when it had to do with plurals, but I felt those were just connected speech. Those could happen. Pronunciation was top notch. In fact, if I didn't hear your name, I wouldn't have thought you were a Yoruba person, because your pronunciation was quite on point. You're mixed. Oh, you're rough. Oh, that explains a lot. That explains a lot.
What does it explain?
Well, people who have a mixed background usually have a flair for languages. You get, because you probably grew up listening to different languages. Yes. So lexical resource. Yes, you have a wide range of vocabulary. You had the right words to say exactly what you wanted to say. Could it have been improved? Of course, there's always room for improvement. Prioritize. I like that. I especially didn't like the fact that you kept repeating cause. Because I felt it was supposed to be because. Now that informality sort of just not necessarily, just overall quality of your response makes it sound a little bit more informal than you intended it to B, remain memoir. I like when you use the memoir part. It was quite nice. Like, oh, we're going to keep it as a memoir. I'm like, oh, nice. That's a good one. Injurious also too. So, on average, yes, vocabulary was quite good. You were able to use it to say exactly what you wanted to say. I like when you use the expression, put in the work. I'm very particular about expressions that sound easy, but they collocate together, that go together. For your fluency, the speech filler, affected.
Yes, because even when I was practicing for my speaking, I tried to look for conjunction words and others. But
So,
now,
speech fillers are a natural part of communication. We can't avoid them. But what we should do is to reduce them. And you know that they fall into two different categories. Speech fillers for when you are clueless about what you want to say, or for when you are searching for the words for what you want to say. That's the one that's our focus here for the IELTS, and I think that's one that happened. Then, and also, you had a tendency for biting off your words towards the end of the sentence. It's like you would start the sentences and then you were going, and it's like, I think you understand. Just fill in the gap. No, I wasn't filling in the gap. When you said, like, I don't know. You know. So it's supposed to be your thing to say. And in the IELTS, or in the speaking test generally, or even just general communication, let's try as much as possible to see our expressions through to the end, so that someone will not come at the end and now join something to it and make your expression ambiguous rather than how it should be. So I think today is a day for 7.5s. I think definitely that's where I would put you. I would have pushed you up to band 8, but I felt that a little bit of all those. I think that if you were to retake the IELTS, which you were not going to retake the IELTS, if you were to retake the IELTS, I think you would comfortably be able to do a band 8, especially if it's a physical or in-person speaking test. Thank you so much, Zainab, for coming in today. It's been an amazing experience. I enjoyed myself. Thank you very much.